morning. Welcome back to County Connection. I'm Robert Henning, director at the Rockpile Museum, and with me again
Heather
this
Rodriguez, museum educator. Yes.
Yes, thank you, Heather, for coming.
And thank you, Robert.
So, what do we have going on? We had a big January, right?
We did. We had a huge January, and we have the coolest. It's my Disney-esque exhibit called Storyland, and it is a wild success. So lots and lots of kiddos have come. We've had involvement from all over the community, and so it's been a really good thing.
How is this different than normal Rockpile exhibits?
So this is, I like to tell people, it's like a playland on steroids. So this, right? Because it really is. It's a beautiful exhibit that brings the kids through 7 different storybooks, which they love. It's so cute to see like 10 and 11-year-olds say, oh, these are the classics, because it's If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. And so it's teaching them reading and reiterating, plus it's bilingual. So this really is a huge step up for the Rockpile. We had to play some excessive museum Tetris, as you know,
Yes.
just to be able to fit this in. I've been asked that question several times, like, where are you putting it? And so I think when people see it, there's been a lot of like jaw drop, oh my gosh, these aren't wagons and tables and exhibit cases. This is a living, breathing entry into a bookland. And so it's a beautiful exhibit that is in stark comparison or contrast to the other exhibits we have.
Yeah, and it's been a lot of fun to see families enjoying it, kids enjoying it, even the adults, you know, exploring and touching and playing. And
Absolutely.
And so if you haven't come out to see Storyland, we invite you to come out. It is, when is it open?
So it is open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 5, which I think people love because people with littles, when their kids are in school, they've been enjoying coming. You know, we have a few holidays, but for the most part, we're open that entire time. And free admission, right, which is huge, until May.
Yeah, great. And if I have a group, how do I bring a group to see it?
So you can, we've been trying to tell people if they have a big group of people to give us a call so we can give them optimal times. The school district is actually busing in elementary kids, and so just to make sure that everybody has the best experience, we're working around that. But it's open to the public, and so it won't be shut down. You can come at any time.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Anything else about Storyland?
Just that I love it, and what a great vision into the kinds of things that we could do.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And all the books are available in the museum store as well.
They are. In
Yeah.
fact, did you want to reach into the bag?
I didn't bring any of the
You
books
didn't?
this time.
Oh.
We brought
Oh.
the books last time.
That's a
So
calendar.
we'll
My bad.
wait on the bag of tricks. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay. What else is going on in February?
So I think you have the times, but Justin is going to be speaking. He's going to be speaking in Moorcroft. Justin is our museum assistant, talking about the battle at Bone Pile Creek, right?
Yeah, so this was that event in 1865, so right after or right at the end of the Civil War. It was a road building party. It was Sawyer's road building party. They were trying to build a road from Sioux City to Virginia City, Montana, and clearly heading up there to try to find all the precious minerals, right? And this would be a cutoff, a shorter route overland. A lot of the other routes you could do was a southern overland route,
Okay.
or the Missouri River, right, to get up there. So this was trying to find a better route. And so they came right through Campbell County.
Which I don't think most people know. And
Yeah.
it's private land today, correct? Where the skirmish, if you will, took place.
Yes, it is. Yep, there was 2 major fights between the Cheyenne and the Lakota and this wagon party. And one was on Caballo Creek, and that site has been mined through, so it's gone. The other site is called the Bone Pile Creek site, which is on Bone Pile Creek, just south of Gillette, not too far. And so Justin's going to tell this whole story. You know, who was coming out here, who did they meet, why did they fight, who was killed, what kind of weapons they had. And so he'll be at the West Texas Trail Museum
Okay.
in Moorcroft on February 22nd. February 22nd at 11 a.m. So if you're in that area and watching this, if you're from Campbell County and want to drive over, it's a good time to catch that presentation.
Right. And then also in February, hopefully February 3rd, right? That's what the goal is. We're opening the Remington exhibit So I think that's fascinating in that, of course, I love all the art that we bring in. But those are the Remington renderings that really made him famous.
Yeah, it's called Dramatic Moments, and it features really his illustrations. And so Frederick Remington, you may think of him as an artist, a painter, a sculptor.
Right.
He was all those things. But like many artists of that time period and Western artists, he got his start in illustrations. He became well known in illustrations, is how I should say that.
For publications like Harper's Weekly, right? Okay.
Yeah, Leslie's Illustrated, all those periodicals of the time would put these illustrations in from these artists, and they helped tell a story about the American West.
Oh.
And Remingtons were all certainly very dramatic, cowboys racing down the street, gunfights, ranching scenes, roping. And so this exhibit is full of original illustrations.
Right.
So not scanned and printed modern prints. These are actual 19th century illustrations from these magazines.
Right. And
so that's pretty cool.
And a lot of people don't realize that when they look at these, because we've had similar exhibits with some of the similar renderings, they don't realize they're looking at originals. They think they're looking at a print. And I think that puts a totally different spin when they know that. Yeah,
it's really provides more of it has more character, right? Is how I feel about it. It has the paper and the ink of the time. You can see the age on some of them if you look close. And there's more depth to it, I feel like.
And I think sometimes people are surprised because of the quality of that publication from the 1800s. You know, I mean, that's substantial. Quite precious, actually. So.
Yeah, so this exhibit will be with us, I believe, until October.
Okay.
So please come and see it. You'll get to see Storyland and Dramatic Moments, both.
You will.
So the kids will play in Storyland, and the adults will check out the artwork.
That's right.
That's kind of how I envision it.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
In addition to that, we have all our normal exhibits. You'll come and see updated exhibits on different subjects. We have updates to our rifle display recently. So come and check out all the changes.
Right. Yeah. And the museum store.
Yeah, really. What's there?
Okay, you get to go first. Go ahead.
Okay.
Reach into the
I'm
bag.
gonna reach
This
into
is
the
our
bag.
bag of tricks for today.
I'll grab one of the small boxes. Oh! So in the store we have toys, books, games for kids.
Yes.
This is a little mini building block prairie dog.
Exactly.
So that's pretty cool. I think you've been able to get this at Devil's Tower for quite a while because they got all the little prairie dogs. But
not
we have
in
it now.
Gillette.
You don't have to drive to the tower.
That's right. You can go to Storyland and pick up a prairie dog on the way out.
Pick up a prairie dog. So 220 pieces.
I know. They're not for the faint of heart. Oh, and just because I was corrected in the museum store before we got here, this is not an antelope. This is an American pronghorn.
Yep.
Because Mr. Robert is the expert on the pronghorns.
I'm not an expert. They're not from the antelope family, so it's a bit of a misnomer. The pronghorn is separate from the antelope, different family altogether.
Let's just talk about that. How did it come about that we all call them antelope, except for a handful that call them the pronghorns?
Well, because they look similar, right? And so the antelope that you know in Africa and in Asia, as Europeans came over, they knew of these animals and called them that.
So misnomer from the
Yes.
Europeans. Okay, yeah, but
Yes.
lovely. Also, this one is 438 pieces.
Yeah, I like that one.
Greater challenge.
I like that one. Yeah.
Okay, what else did we bring?
Oh, yes. From our friends at the city, we are now selling the City of Gillette puzzle. So you can, of course, come to City Hall and get this. But if you're visiting Storyland and want to do a puzzle, you can now grab it in our gift shop as well.
Yes,
in
and
the
we do
museum
have
store.
the puzzle put together and up as part of an exhibit.
Yep.
And so a lot of people who may not have seen it are now noticing it, and we have it available.
Yep, 500 pieces. Eric Dowdle is the artist. You can see his artwork in the lobby here at City Hall. So come check that out, especially if you're having trouble with the puzzle. You need to drive down to the City Hall, and that'll help you. Yeah.
It's a giant version here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're happy to sell those.
I'll let you.
Yes, every month I think I need to bring this. But we're now into 2025, many days. if you haven't gotten your historical calendar, now is the time. This is from Wyoming Historical Society. Lots of great history, of course, and then wonderful photos. This edition is all about family and family activities. So we've got sledding. They're doing Easter eggs, coloring Easter eggs. Everybody knows that. What do we got? Picnic in the summertime. I don't know what we're having here. Oh, it's a birthday party. Birthday party in Cheyenne.
And each day has different information about Wyoming history. So I think it's fascinating.
So let's
Kinda
find
fun
it.
to see.
We're going to find a tidbit and extend this deal.
All right.
All right.
Did you go for February?
I did. I'm in
Okay.
February. February 11th. 1930, members of the Sheridan Girls Rifle Team excelled members of the Wyoming National Guard as marksmen. 3 of the Sheridan girls made perfect scores of 25, and the other members made scores of 24 and 23. Look at that. Go
That's
ladies.
Right. That's right.
1930. Huh, who knew? Who knew?
Well, that's what happens if you get the calendar.
That's right.
You get to learn all this information.
Lots of great
specific
Wyoming
to
history.
Wyoming, yes.
Yep.
So that's what's really fun about that.
Yep. There's a girl being pulled by a sheep.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. I don't know if we
Sheep
have
Herders
any photos
Festival
in
should
it.
be.
I was just looking to see if there was any Campbell County photos. I don't think we have any this year, but it's still a great calendar
It is. It is. And available
Yeah.
at the museum store.
at the museum. And it's less than $10. It's like $9 or something.
Lovely.
Yeah, reasonable.
Lovely.
That's it, I think.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
We're going to empty. You're very thorough.
So when is the museum open again?
Mondays through Saturdays, 8 to 5.
8 to 5.
Yep.
How can they find us otherwise?
They can find us at rockpilemuseum.com. We also are on Facebook and Instagram. Sometimes people are a little surprised we're on Instagram, but we are. And so lots of different ways to find out what we're doing. We try and keep everyone, because that's one of the things that I find interesting is how many people now are starting to see the museum and like, wow, you guys do really cool things. And we do. We work really hard at that.
Yeah, we work hard. Are we on TikTok?
No?
No? Okay.
Well, maybe we should be now that it's back up, right?
I know. Maybe that's a subject for next month.
Okay.
Tune in next month for
YouTube.
Museum TikTok.
We're also on YouTube.
Well,
I missed
yes,
that one.
YouTube.
Yeah. So.
Lots of great stuff on YouTube. Well, thank you, Heather.
Thank you.
Please come out to the museum, see Storyland, dramatic moments. We'd love to have you. We'll
love
see you
to.
next month.
All right.